Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
We are available on iTunes. You can check us out on the web at infinitedancecast.com. Not that anyone's going there because the website is down. Each and every single one of our episodes are free and available to download
Definitely
online
free.
for your listening pleasure.
Well, you can still get them. It's not like...
I have a question. I just don't mean to stop us, but you know in movies when people take their sunglasses off sideways, it's really detrimental to the structure of the glasses.
Is that something you've been working on?
Well,
or?
David Caruso in CSI Miami always does like really, really good. Like Frank, that is blood.
Really slow or fast?
Slow.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't hurt him as bad then.
Well, we're dressed up.
We are. It is the 100th episode. So we thought that we would make it a little special.
Yeah, by dressing up.
Yes.
I'm wearing my ruffled shirt from the movie Big, Tom Hanks. And you're wearing your dress from?
I don't remember the maker, but it still had the tags on it. So it's new. It's new.
This is exciting because it's episode...
Can we talk about what happened here?
How I have on shorts. I'm wearing shorts, but I did pull out these shoes for the special occasion. They're
Oh, they're gold.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled out these shoes.
Well, bring it up so the people at home can see the camera there.
Oh, well, see, I knew I'd ruin things.
Well, don't pull it up, the dress up that high, Desiree. This is a PG family show.
We did
Your
have
husband,
one
right?
explicit episode.
Yeah, that was Brian Anthony. Well, we
Of
all know
course.
because he can't keep his mouth clean.
I know.
So-
Which was funny.
This is episode 100. The last time we did an Infinite Dance Cast was 1 year ago.
Was it really?
We're like 1 week shy of a year ago.
I know. Well, we've been very busy.
Very, very busy.
Very busy. So that's what happened. We started Infinite Dance Cast April 18th, 2011.
That's right. Right after WrestleMania that year. I remember it well. And we met with our good friend Dave Lagana, who you met on an airplane.
That's true.
And you called me and said...
That he has this great idea.
Yeah. And Dave was a writer for the WWE at the time.
Right.
And I was like freaking out. So we went to meet with him. Oh, what's that restaurant called over there? Patty's?
Yes.
Patsy's?
Patty's.
Patty's.
On Riverside.
I was right the first time.
Everyone has the big meetings there.
This is why I didn't do good on the SATs because I'm a divergent thinker. I had the right answer first, and then I flip-flopped. So mad at myself. So anyways, we decided to do this podcast after an incident in our lives where we changed jobs.
Correct.
And
we needed something to do.
An outlet, a creative outlet.
A creative outlet, that is true.
It's kind of scary having a camera there, huh? She's like... Anyways, all right.
I know I'm going to think I look awful. That's the only problem.
Well, a lot has happened, and we'd like to dedicate this episode to a good friend of ours who's no longer with us. Would you like to announce that?
That we are dedicating this to Doug Caldwell.
Doug Caldwell.
We unfortunately lost him this year, and he was such a great mentor and, legend in our field. So this is for you, Doug, and if you go back and listen to episode 5 with Doug, it's hilarious, and you learn so much about him. So we've got to keep him out there in history and teach people who he is.
Well, that's what I loved about Doug, too, and I was telling Chelsea, my girlfriend, this, that he was the kind of guy that really, when you went into class, you just left feeling special.
Yes.
You know how sometimes you leave an experience and you're like, I don't really feel like I made a difference. But like he made sure that everyone felt like they moved the ticker a little bit.
Oh, definitely. He made you feel like you could dance.
Absolutely.
Even if it was your first day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just had that love, and he was so open to share it. He wanted everyone to feel it.
That's why people loved him so much. And the dance world suffered a great loss, but I think through our ability to, through our learning from Doug, we can express that to the rest of the dance
and
world.
Continue it. Yeah. Definitely. So check out episode 5, and then we did a great memorial to him that will be available, I think, sometime on Facebook. So you can go and check that out. It was a nice 2-hour celebration of his life, and they redid a lot of the pieces, and you had a great job backstage.
I moved the podium on and off.
That was a great day. I mean, it was a long day, but it was amazing.
Anything for Doug, man.
Anything for Doug. And the community surely came out for him.
Yeah, don't call me Shirley. I think that was our 750th joke on Infinite Dance Cast.
Is that right?
Should get a free
I'm
ice
sure
cream
you've been
cone.
counting them.
Okay, so
You've
what
got
else?
lots of notes.
I've got lots of notes. I was thinking, don't cheat my notes.
You were funny because he's calling me last night saying, I don't have anything. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I went to the gym and did chest and tries, his cardio, his cardio, and I turned it up today. So check that off. Talk about Doug. Oh,
You know what's nice is having Nick in a good mood for an Infinite Dance Cast.
am I ever in a bad mood?
Just went a few through breakups.
Well, you know, our listeners have been on. You know what? I have.
And then, wait. Lots and lots of, I'm eating pizza, and I'm not eating pizza.
You know.
And then you'd have to tell me you're like on a diet right before we go out of town.
Yeah.
Like, my life sucks because you can't eat with me.
I can't eat. There's also the reason why I'm not wearing dress pants.
So you've been eating.
So I've been eating. But, I mean, I've been doing 45 minutes on the elliptical every day. I've been doing the ab roller. I'm just...
And that's it?
It's not really doing much.
Well, you did...
But, you know, I'm doing a walking DVD now. I'm doing a walking DVD with Leslie Sandstone,
Right.
Walk at Home Productions, and I get to go out to QVC every now and again.
Which is in Philadelphia?
It's in Philadelphia, cheesesteaks.
Ugh.
And love that, need that. The hotel's right next to
And I would eat
Outback
that
Steakhouse.
every meal.
Every single meal, dude. It's so good. But these people are so fantastic, and they promote good health and walking, and it's just a really exciting experience. Okay, Desiree, you know what that music means? What do you got in the mix?
Wow. You really want to know. Well, actually, we're going on to our 4th year at Dance League, and it's building and growing every year. We do 6 cities, and next year we're going to 7 cities. We have got really great feedback, nice dancers, and I'm very lucky to work with people I like.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because we've worked with people before that we didn't like.
Well, you know, every now and then.
It makes it go by a lot faster and smoother.
If everybody shows up and does their gig, it's easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I've known all these people a long time. We are getting great comments. The comments are, it's very foundation-based. People are getting a much more intimate experience. It's boutique-like, and people are really buying it. They love it.
And you got my good buddy Chris Moss on staff.
Chris Moss. Well, yeah.
Love
I mean,
that
I've
guy.
known Chris came to my apartment when he was 12 for the first time. So 12 years old.
Why did he do that? What was he doing there?
We got stuck in an airport somewhere, and instead of taking him home, I flew him to my place. It made no sense, but we were young.
Well, we were young and crazy back then.
And then I called his mom. By the way, he's in California.
Yeah.
It was kind of good. Anyway,
Well,
so
that's good. That's exciting. Well, Desiree, you've done a good job of keeping it going and building as the years go by. And I know that people are just,
trying to stick it out.
dude, that's what people do. You got Christina Grady on
Christina
as well.
Grady, she's
Big
awesome.
fan of her.
Yeah, Christina Grady. We got Natalie Willis teaching ballet. People love ballet. People love ballet at convention. That says a lot.
People love ballet.
Yeah, well, lots of people leave those ballet classes, and you know it.
You know why? Because they're too cool for school.
Like that? Okay. Okay, now, Nick.
What?
It's your turn.
What?
What do you have in the mix?
Well, right now, I have not a lot going on right now. Since
Great.
award season is over, and I did get a chance to do the Golden Globes, which was nice. It was an opener.
And what was it?
It was the opening scene, like a La La Land parody with Jimmy Fallon, and actually Chris Moss and I were bookends again.
Right.
I was a Westworld cowboy, and he was a guy from Heartbreak Ridge. No, that's Clint Eastwood from the Mel Gibson.
Oh, Hacksaw something.
Hacksaw Ridge. And so we got to dance behind Sarah Paulson. John Travolta was there. It was very exciting. We also did La La Land, which is now out in theaters still.
Which is really awesome.
They almost won Best Picture.
Well, they did.
But they did.
For like a minute.
For a minute.
And then.
But I will say it was a great experience. So thanks to Mandy Moore and the entire crew. Michael Riccio is there as well. You got to go see him. He's got a really great. Michael Riccio always gets.
By the way,
shot.
it's at Michael Riccio.
At Michael Riccio always gets his shot. Other than that, just writing and
yeah, you've been doing a lot of writing.
I'm just doing, dude. You know what? You got to find another creative outlet. Since we weren't doing a podcast, I decided to put my thoughts on paper. And, I'm just kind of hanging out right now. I'm trying to enjoy life and just take it as it comes.
Find balance.
Find balance. Because you know what? No amount of jobs are going to be enough.
That's
you
true.
have to find your happiness in, like what Chelsea says, in her experiences in life. Because that's what's going to lead us on to the next day.
That's true.
Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. How you doing? Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We got through our first segment in a year. Not too bad.
Not too many bobbles. Except for me standing up and showing my...
Yeah.
That was a little awkward.
That was a little too... The guy in Guam that listens to us is like falling over in his chair. Once they get internet, he's like, I gotta get internet so I can see us online. We'll be right back. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast, number 100.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
You can't get them on.
Okay.
Stop. Welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDancecast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
We are... give me my sunglasses back. All right, so we're back. That was good.
Yeah, normally we would have a guest here, but...
Why did we not get a guest?
I don't know if anybody thinks we're legitimate anymore.
This is like the best podcast ever, though.
Well, no. We didn't get a guest because we decided that we would kind of do a retrospective.
Because I'm fat and they wouldn't be able to fit between us. Is that what you're saying?
It is a small room.
And sometimes the guests would walk in and they'd be like, oh, sitting between them. And you're like, yeah, what did you expect?
Because we have one mic.
Yeah.
Well, it's big production.
Once the podcast catches fire, we'll expand.
Just remember, we're gonna re-release everything, so you can hear all those great interviews.
I've prepared a statement for our listeners.
I'm afraid. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. It looks long.
Yeah, well,
Nick. Okay, again, he says he did no work. I don't know what I'm doing, and then I get texts all morning. I'm nervous. I didn't write anything out, and then he shows up with pages.
It's not true.
Nick, let me see the date on this.
No, that's just something. Oh, those are my notes from Lost. I'm rewatching it. The smoke monster.
Set the device to
2.342. Don't say that.
Okay.
Crap! I just said it. Great.
Does that make us explicit now?
I think so. All right. Over the past 6 years, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast has prided itself on bringing you all dance every day, all the time. Though critics could argue that our podcast content would better be described as partial dance some days, every few months, we still have had a great time. As did the 762 of you who were nice enough to leave us reviews. I'm embellishing. It was like 10. That's right, you jerks. Only a few of you had the character to give us some reviews. The rest of you are too busy scrolling Facebook for cat memes to, just help us out. And we're bringing you this content for free, for crying out loud. But our journey was not traveled alone. Like you, our friends came along with us, and we are forever grateful.
We are.
To the 15 of you who left reviews.
Is it 15?
So we will remember that.
Know what?
When you have, let me just finish.
Okay.
When you have a show or a project you're doing, I'm going to remember that. Go ahead.
No, that was good. I like the ending. And right into the camera.
Just right.
He's
zoom.
talking to you.
It's hot in here, dude. I gotta take this jacket off.
Please take it off. Because I noticed, Nick, you have a little, I would call that dumpling gerb.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Dumpling.
Take it off,
Dumpling
Nick.
the dog. Chelsea's dog is Dumpling. I should show the people at home.
Yeah, you're going to get the picture up. Because here's the thing with Nick and dogs.
Go ahead.
We had Bella in our pictures, my dog. And, Nick likes dogs, but he never thought he would care for a dog on his own, really, because she goes out of town. And you actually are doing the walking, the exercising, the picking up of the pooping.
Yeah.
Feeding.
Here we go. Let's show that to the audience.
Hopefully they can see
That's Dumpling in her Easter dress.
I mean, it's not even just the dog. It's the dog that actually has clothes, which...
Well, Chelsea doesn't want her to get cold.
Well,
can't go to church naked.
I mean, bulldogs do have no fur. They're very...
It's a funny dog. It's a funny dog.
How's that changed your life?
There's I'm learning to be flexible and deal with, a little bit of hair. I have some allergies, but I've noticed that after a week or two, it's fine. It went away, the allergies.
Yeah.
So, it's all good. I just vacuum, which is now reminding me that I should just be doing that normally.
Oh, good. The dog made you realize that vacuuming and cleaning your house is a good idea.
Yeah, it's good. But Dumpling's a great dog. She's a really sweet dog.
And that's all.
That's all. Bella, it looks good too. You want to show the people at home? Bella, here you go.
Well, she's into the bone, and I'm afraid if we interrupt it, she might want to get up on the couch with us. And then she's going to ruin all the rest of it. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Oh, good.
What do you think your favorite guest was?
My favorite guest?
Okay, that's hard because...
Janae, can you pull up a list of our guests?
We actually did this time without. Well, we have a different producer, the one that used to be gone all the time.
Well, we have Michael Benicos. He's our Ayo, the man behind the glass, in front of the glass. There's no glass, but he's the one that keeps us sounding good. When you hear that, there it is. There it is. In front of a live studio audience, when you hear that rich sound, when you're listening in your Apple headphones or your Beats by Dre, he's responsible for that.
When it's nice and low and resonating.
Yes, we don't have like romance novel voices like that in real life.
No. Oh, we do.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I'm bashful. I was shy.
Face for radio.
He said we have a face for radio. Hey!
It is a dance cast.
I don't know. What was your favorite guest? Let me throw that back to you.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, no, I have different ones for different reasons.
Okay, bring it.
I mean, I really, of course, enjoyed Jackie Slight.
Okay.
And she said some interesting things about jazz and the word jazz and how people just think the word sounds dated. You should go back and listen to that one. Jackie Slight, she was episode 79.
Yeah.
And she had some really great things to say about kids training these days and kind of what's missing.
Yeah, and that's she was around whenever the word jazz only had one Z. I'm just kidding. Actually, she's forever young. She looks forever young.
She looks great, and she's still teaching, which is really nice because we're, a lot of people in our industry are aging, and so you got to get into their classes while you can because, people missed out on Doug now. If you didn't take from Doug, I'm not saying Jackie's there, but there's some other greats that are getting up there.
In dance, it just extends your quality of life, and I feel like she's one of those people that is always very vibrant and excited,
motivating.
For life.
Yeah. And she talks about some great energy in class and things like that.
So Jackie Slate, that's
79. It was a great one.
Is it slate or slight?
Slight touch, remember?
Oh, like a sleight of hand.
Slight. Jackie Slate.
We need to tweet about that because people are very confused. It's hard.
I know. We'll let them know.
Are you a dance company, teacher, choreographer, producer, or director looking to market yourself for your current projects?
Do you need just a little extra push to get the word out?
The answer is yes, Desiree. They do.
Nick, how do you know what they need?
I know our listeners. They need our help to spread the word about their shows, projects, and whatever else they have going on. And guess what, Desiree?
What, Nick?
It just so happens that we have the airtime just for them.
That's right. We have ad space available for you. We have both 30 and 60-second spots available for you.
Get the word out to the entire United States and countless other countries. Did he just say countless other countries? Yes, he did. Infinite Dance Cast has audiences all across the world, including Canada, China, Japan, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Romania, Australia, Denmark, Brazil, the Philippines, Mexico, and more. But I won't say the others because they're too hard to pronounce.
Email us at info@infinitedancecast.com for more details. Subject line, advertise.
Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast, giving you a voice worldwide.
Party people, this is Greg Russell, and you are listening to the coolest people in the world, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance sometimes, not every day, in a few years in between. But anyway, we still love dance, and it's half about dance.
Half about dance. So right before the break, you were saying you liked some other people. Brooke Lipton you mentioned on the break.
Correct.
And Al Blackstone.
Al Blackstone, I'm just going to tell you so you don't have to go look for it. He's episode 22. So you got to think that was probably back in 2011. Mm-hmm. That was when he just won, I believe, the Choreographers Award at the Teacher Summit.
Okay.
So
I thought you were going to say that's when he was crowned Mr. Dance Masters of America.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is that.
I feel like he might have been Mr. Dance Master, Mr. DMA.
Oh yeah, well he was a Tremaine Dancer of the Year too.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's a very fun dude. I like his energy.
Oh, great energy.
Yeah.
So great teacher. He trained with a lot of different people, and he's really very inspiring. And his career is just blown up. So I mean, checking back there where he came from in that episode and seeing where he is today would be interesting.
We've had some really diverse personalities on this show. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, from Al Blackstone to Brooke Lipton. I mean, they're two totally different choreographers.
Oh, and Brooke, that was just like a party.
Yeah, that was a party.
She's hilarious.
I think it's time.
We've
for me
had
to roll
Mandy
my
Moore.
sleeves up. We had Mandy Moore on.
And of course with La La Land, she choreographed La La Land.
That's right. She's very, very busy. These
Are you undressing?
No, I'm just getting comfy.
Confused.
This 100th episode, I mean,
You're getting really comfortable.
the NoHo Smile Center's calling me back to remind me I can't do it. I can't do. This is really stressing me out, this live stuff, I'll tell you what.
You're not going to like the way it looks you stripping during the episode.
Just rolling the sleeves up is all.
you.
Oh, that's much better. That's good. So anybody else this stuck out for you?
There's just so many to choose from. Jerry Evans. He had some. He was a great interview, and he had a lot of information. I didn't know he didn't start dancing until he was 26 or something.
Yeah, for
something crazy.
For some reason, some of these guys they all start late.
I know. So what happened to you? How did you get involved so
They
early?
must have thought this dude is going to be horrible. He needs some extra time. So let's start him at 4.
But how did your mom and dad decide to put you in dance? Really?
Well, there's two different versions of this story. My mother said that I was absolutely wild and crazy and running around, and she needed to expel my energy somehow.
Is that right?
Yeah. So she put me in dance
That's
class.
surprising.
Yeah. And what I remember is me watching Kevin Bacon on Footloose when I was 4 years old, saying, "Mom, I want to be like Kevin Bacon."
Oh, really?
And she said, "Okay, so we'll put." Thank goodness she put me in dance class, not gymnastics, because that's not him. That's a double. I would have been really upset. But
you could have been an Olympian, and you're so into Olympians.
I love the Olympics. I love the Olympics.
I know you do.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. Curling was on the other day when I was in Philadelphia, and I was like, "Yeah, curling!" And the dude next to me at the restaurant was like,
"It's a sport.
Move.
It's a sport.
It's the World Championships. The Olympics are in a couple of years, bud."
So that was version 1.
So that was version 1
of. You said there were 2 versions.
Oh well, the other version is me running around crazy, and my mom was like, "I'm going to put him in dance class."
Oh, okay.
But the problem is, I also remember this same story with Gene Kelly. So so it's very possible.
So you're really just kind of evolving them into one, or pushing them into one.
I might very well be,
There'd be nothing wrong with that. It sounds sexy.
Yeah, Gene Kelly and Kevin Bacon.
That you have the same story.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just change up for anything. Let's say one day maybe I'm get a little bit of success in painting. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, Bob Ross on TV. I said, "Mom, I want to be like Bob Ross."
No, wait, Bob Ross is the one that does all the scenery?
Yeah, happy little trees. How did you start dancing? Did they discover you on Star Search?
No, that was years later. I'm really that old. No, just a neighbor was starting a dancing school.
A dancing school?
Yeah.
That's what they called it?
That's what they do down in the South. They call it the dancing
We're going to start a dancing school.
The dancing school. My mom just put me in the car with her. I'm sure she wanted to just get rid of me. Mm-hmm. And my sister.
You thought your mom wanted to get rid of you?
Yeah, you go to the studio.
Go do stuff.
Yeah, because you didn't sit inside and play at your computer or watch TV, because there was one TV.
Yeah.
And there were only 5-10 channels.
Yeah, and you had to change it by hand.
You had to get up to actually change the channel. So we were always told to go outside and go be busy. So that's just how it started.
It's funny because now when we tell kids to go outside, just stay in this vicinity because it's very dangerous.
Oh, way different. I mean, we used to go out and be gone for hours without contacting my parents.
No cell phones.
No cell phones.
Weren't they worried?
No, I don't think they were.
They were like, "Thank goodness."
Not the way some parents are today.
I would be
helicopter parents. Little
helicopter parents. Is that what the term is?
There's a term,
and that's people that hover.
See, easy to figure out. They can't let them out of there.
You are a wordsmith.
Well, it's just that you deal with that when you train kids in dance these days.
Dude.
You have to deal with certain parents, and you would just go...
I have a question for you. Have you ever had an experience where you're in class and some kid was on their cell phone? Like, that sticks out in your mind?
Yes, I was at a studio that actually they had this habit of all, like, if you gave them a water break or whatever, they'd go pick up their phones.
But not, like, in class, like, on the
No,
side.
I haven't. Have you?
No. I haven't. Well, one time when I was in college...
I think they're too scared in my class.
They should be. Well, you know, it's we're in a society now where it's up to us to help them realize, like, hey, look, it's not all down here. Like, there's more life around.
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because the Lady Gaga job that they just did.
The one at the Super Bowl where she threw her microphone like it was an ice cream cone from Rocky
and she
Road.
jumped off the building. Apparently they auditioned a lot of the newer generation, and they really went back to her older dancers because they don't perform the same. So there's something missing, and I think it has a lot to do with that. They're always on their phone, they're always into their computers, and so they don't have a lot of human interaction with looking in the eyes and things like that. So people say that all the time when I hear them judge. That they're missing something in their performance. That's usually the score that's the lowest. They're prolific in a lot of things, but they're boring.
Yeah, exactly. You're boring. You'll never beat us.
Not in that. But you can kick your leg higher.
Yeah,
for sure. And jump higher.
Well, you know, you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, the idea of us having to watch other dancers, watch, like, what I would watch Gene Kelly on Singing in the Rain. Like, I wasn't watching it here. I was watching it there, and then I'd go to class and I'd watch you, and then, you know, you'd have to really be able to study someone in person, and that's much different than watching it on a flat screen.
So true. That's the other thing, I think that is another, you don't get to feel that feeling of being in the same room.
Right. But see, also
hearing them breathe.
But see, dance has changed too. I mean, I think even on film and television, there's a lot. I mean, like, I think La La Land was great, and that's a great example of, like, letting choreography breathe on camera. But a lot of this stuff is just, to me, and I don't mean to slam any choreographers. I think there's some wonderful choreography out there, but a lot of choreography opportunities now are uninspired. And I don't think that's a choreographer's fault. I think that's just how our society is when it comes to opportunities for choreographers.
Right. Are you saying that the same choreographers get the same things, or that it's starting to all look the same?
No, I think, like, the opportunities, like, I think La La Land and, like, Rooney, when he did the Muppets, like, you have more ability as a choreographer to create these giant, grandiose things.
Right.
Whereas I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of times choreographers come to set and they don't have the creative input to be able to put in, because it's already been laid out for them to a point where it's like, this is it, don't do anything extra.
It's already been tested.
Right.
With, audience testing.
And that is not a knock on any choreographer. That's just, unfortunately, I think the job that they have.
Yeah, they have to fit in that.
Yeah.
A very tight situation.
To their credit, that's very hard to do as a creative soul. I'm sure come in and be like, okay, well, I can't do anything outside of this.
Right.
So it's a
they're limited.
And you know how it is when you go into certain studios too. You
have this great idea of what it's going to be. You've been thinking it in your head. You're choreographing, but you have to see it on the dancers, and you have to see the space, and you have to. Yeah, it's all.
Can't do that flip lift you had in your mind, huh?
Because the ceiling's only like 6 feet, so that's not going to work. I didn't realize the space was going to be this small.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Yeah, but dance has changed. Some good and some bad, and I think we're gonna kind of flip back. I mean, with the internet, it makes it very easy for people that maybe don't have the ability to have a long career. I mean, they have 15 minutes here and there. It's people that aren't as career based.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's a scary time, because I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
Well, I don't either.
Nor do I have time to go to the studio and film myself dancing and then put it up.
And that seems like every dance class. That's what the main focus in a dance class is these days. It's who am I going to pick to film with me? Right.
Well, hey, but I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I applaud those people that have time to do that. That if that's your gig, then go for it, and that's amazing. You're shaping the dance world, though, so just be careful where you take it.
That's true. You have a lot of power, more than you think.
That's right.
More than you think.
We love you, though. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast, episode 100. We'll be right back right after this.
Infinite Dance Cast brought to you by Dance League and Flow 40 Workshops. Visit them at danceleagueusa.com and flow40dance.com. Dance League Conventions and Competition, coming to a city near you. Register at danceleagueusa.com.
Hey, what's going on? The morning traveler here, and you are tuning in to Nick Desiree
Dance Cast.
Welcome back. One last time, we are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
Over your career, you meet many influencers, some that are cool and some that are rude. Well, the woman sitting next to me is one of the cool ones. In a world full of me's, she's the black sheep who supports you. Like very few on this rock, she strives for happiness over success, friendship over clout, and taste over caloric intake. Why? Because she is who she says she is for decades, which is weird to say because she's only 28. She has led the world the way with training dancers of all ages, proving them to be that hard work does indeed pay off, that you don't deserve what you don't work for, that you sometimes have to just go for it in life. She's my podcast host, my friend, the expert of execution, Desiree Robbins.
Nick, that's so nice.
Applause. Cue applause.
Hold on. They're
Wait.
coming. Thank you.
Well, I figured I've done these intros for people.
I know, and I love your intros.
And
They're
I
so
feel like
great.
you deserve one.
We
so.
should string them all together.
It would just be like a William Faulkner. What is this? You got me a card?
Don't open it yet.
Okay, I won't open it. Thank you, Desiree. Well, thank you.
This is so special. Where are we going to the after party?
The terrace right out there. So I have a question for you. I just thought of it. Well,
I'm gonna kill you.
We've had 100 episodes now. Is there someone in the world here, the dance world, that you haven't had a chance to interview that you would have liked to?
I don't even need the hand signal. I don't even need the hand signal from the producer on the side. I know exactly who that person is.
Who?
Joe Tremaine.
Oh,
It's Joe Tremaine. It would have been great to have him on because it would have been nice to have in our body of work as well as keep the education going, because no matter whether we continue the show after 100 episodes or not, the information is still out there. And there's not a lot of shows that help dancers or give them any history of what's going on. And it doesn't have to be just the big ones like Joe Tremaine, Jackie, Jerry Evans. It has to be the other ones that are working. Cloud, Tyne. I mean, we have so many people. We had Michael Williams from the U of A. There's a lot of information that people can get from this show, and that can go on forever.
Right. Oh, that's a good idea. That's really nice.
And I ran into him after 5 years of not seeing him on a plane, so we had a nice conversation. And
that's good.
If we go into 101, so I'm putting this out there, maybe Joe Tremaine wants to come on the show. Just saying.
Yeah.
We don't even have to film that one.
Well, yeah. Good audience. Yeah, sure. Yeah, if he wants to come on, that'd be great.
Okay, so of course you can't expect me to divulge my soul without you telling me who. In the dance, does it have to be the dance world?
Yeah, sure.
I know one.
Who?
Probably.
Who?
Julianne Hough. You would have wanted.
Oh, Julianne Hough would have been nice to interview. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
I'm spoken for, so very.
I'm not trying to do the love connection, but
you always try to do the love connection.
Well, she's a blonde. That's why.
Whatever. No, not Julianne Hough. I think she's fantastic.
We all
dancer.
know, okay?
Absolutely, but I would have loved to have interviewed Michael Rooney just because.
Oh right, we didn't get Michael Rooney.
Dude,
you're right.
He's the one dude that we didn't get, man. I was like totally bummed. But I mean, he's so busy and
very busy.
A fantastic artist and choreographer, and I think so giving and just fun to work with because you kind of never know what you're gonna get, but it's always positive. It's always something different and fun, and like his process is like some people would think it was wild. Like I have sat with him in a rehearsal before trying to figure out if we're going to start with our left foot or our right foot, just one step forward. Yeah. And that's how he's cerebral. And I mean that as a compliment because he goes by feel, and it's like some people from the outside may think it's just a step, just choose one. But to him, it's more important than that. And I think what I was talking about earlier, choreographers being able to take control of their art. Right. He's one of those that prides himself in that. So stepping with the left foot or the right foot, taking 30 or 45 minutes to decide that,
it is what it is.
All power to him, yeah. And I'll work for that guy anytime.
That's awesome.
He's great.
Yeah,
if you're listening.
So that could be 102.
That could be 102.
I mean, there's plenty.
Well, I have to tell you that everyone is connected to Kevin Bacon in Hollywood within 6 steps. So here's you, Desiree. We've never done this before.
No, you haven't ever done me because I've never been a guest.
You're in the Kick Ransom with Brett Anthony, who is in Shade with Jack Connolly, who is in Apollo 13 with Kevin Bacon. Your Kevin Bacon number is 3.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
No, it's not good. We've
3.
been.
That's good.
That's
Most
the
people have
high.
3.
No, that's high.
How about Kenny Wormald number? You want your Kenny Wormald number? Because he revived the role
Wait a
of
minute.
Ben McCormick in Footloose.
I do know that, but he sat here. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you're in Kick Ransom with Doug Caldwell, who's in Staying Alive with Travolta, who is in Welcome to Hollywood with Carmen Electra, who is in Lap Dance with Kenny Wormald. Kenny Wormald number is 4.
Wow.
I'm going to go rent Lap
what
Dances.
about the podcast we did with him? Doesn't that put me...
I think you always try and finagle
Listen, I think I have
closer. No, it's got to be a movie.
Oh.
But we can do Kick Ransom Part 2.
I didn't know that.
See what happens. It's okay.
We can have him in it.
We can have him in it. All right.
Kenny, we're putting that out to you.
Yeah,
That's
just
the next thing.
our people will call your people.
The Kick Ransom, that was so funny.
That's it. So that's about all I got. I don't really have anything.
Is that right? So what are you going to be doing the rest of the day?
Well, I'm going to go home. I got to walk Dumpling. And that's about it.
I hear you have a new show, maybe.
What's that?
Nick got a dog.
Oh, Nick Gets a Dog.
Oh, Nick gets a dog.
Got a Dog would be the sequel that comes out. And then after that, we're going to shoot Nick's thing about getting a dog. And that's the prequel. It's a Star Wars thing.
That's a trilogy.
Then we're going to sell it to Disney for like $18 billion.
Oh, it could be. That goes down with That's Italian.
Now, yeah, that's Italian.
And Dance Studio Do-Over? What was it called?
Yeah, Dance Biz Do-Over.
Dance Biz Do-Over.
We should make one called Dance Studio Do-Over.
Oh, that's right.
And we'll wear wigs.
And we'll bring that lady from the
And then somebody could do it for us that already is on TV.
Oh, man. Well, we did a good job. You know what? 100 episodes, I think it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, finally.
We can...
We can die now.
We can die.
We can die now. That's basically...
What a morbid way to end the show. We can die now.
No, it's not.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
So anyway.
So that's about that.
We'd like to thank Michael.
Yeah,
for sticking
we
in.
used to have some music that would take us out.
We don't have any outro?
I don't know what's happening here. Let's see.
No. This isn't good.
Is there any way we can stop and reset it somehow? I wonder.
It's kind of what happens every week.
Oh, wait.
There
it's
it
coming
is.
up. It's going to be coming up. We need some other stuff to talk about. Oh, man. Okay, so look, I will...
like to be 100 episodes in. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a milestone for a lot
Yeah.
of Hollywood shows.
That is pretty awesome.
It's a big deal.
I heard that we're getting picked up in syndication for YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
YouTube's showing up tomorrow.
everything is kind of going to get processed. No, what will we call it? Redistributed.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that was our big announcement. So
we've been talking about the announcement.
Yeah.
Syndication.
And look, we might end up doing more of these. Well, who knows? But we usually have guests. So go back and listen to our other episodes. They're kind of fun, especially if you're an up-and-coming dancer and you want to learn a little bit more about the industry and the ups and downs.
Yeah, and
and
if you're moving to LA or New York, there are a lot of people on there that you should know.
Yeah, and I think we did a pretty good job of keeping it real.
Yeah, pretty good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, it's up
I mean,
and
we
down.
were pretty terrible at the beginning.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I went back and listened to a couple of them. I was like, I mean, they're not terrible, but we definitely got better.
Hey, look, we're artists too. We're growing.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. But there is a lot of information. So it's going to go onto YouTube, and then we're going to continue the Facebook because that's easy. Everybody can get to it. And you can get to that all on your mobile phone. So that will make it easy.
On your mobile device.
Your mobile device.
And
in one episode, we say your smart device.
Your smart device.
You know,
that's right.
Because things change. That's how long we've been doing it.
Did you listen to all the episodes?
Not all today.
No, I mean, over the time. Did you ever go back and listen?
Because Michael's always working on them. So
that's
I
right.
listened to them not once, but about 4 or 5 times.
14 times, yeah.
And hate like most of the thing. Why did I say that? Oh,
Yeah.
my voice sounds like that, and I should back up when I laugh. You know,
You're
because I learned.
Well, that's it. Well, Desiree, this has been an incredible journey.
I'm gonna cry.
I don't cry. It's going to be okay. We'll hang out some more.
Okay.
All right,
won't have to do this.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
I don't. There's our audio.
There it is. There it is. We'd like to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael, barking up the wrong tree, buddy, Benicos, and Janae You're making a scene, Mercedes.
That's a good
for
one.
producing our show.
We're Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. Remember, all of our episodes are free to download right to your smartphone device.
But most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because remember, without you, only our mothers would be listening.
I did hear that. You said listener, not listeners.
This has been fun.
Well, we know Heather Skinner and Lindsay Skinner are definitely watching.
Yes.
So, thank you.
And
Iowa.
thank you, Lindsay, Joe, and Rafa Conrad. You are our true
Yes.
friends.
Peace out.
Later.